Shana Tova, everyone. Really good to be able to talk to you again. Wanted to wish you a really good year, healthy year, happy year, a year free of pain, a better year again. And I think we'll all agree that we're feeling like we're in a different place this Rosh Hashanah, the last Rosh Hashanah, and that's also symbolic of the many more of you that are coming to shul over Rosh Hashanah. And that's so great. For those that aren't coming to shul, of course, we totally understand. We always want this to be a slow return back to synagogue. And of course, shul will continue after Rosh Hashanah, after Yom Kippur, after Sukkot as well. And we really look forward to you coming back over the next few months on Shabbatot as well. We obviously still have to be careful of COVID. We have to be sensible. That's why we're asking you to wear masks in the synagogue. We really like you to wear a mask. There's going to be quite a lot of people in shul over the next 2 days. So I think that's the sensible and probably the best thing we do. We'll ventilate the room as much as we can. We're asking people, of course, to sit a meter spacing. That's 2 seats between individuals or between groups of about 6. And let's enjoy a service together. It will feel different. It will feel more normal. I'm sure there'll be more singing than there was last year. And we're just so happy that so many of you are coming to shul. So Rosh Hashanah is fascinating, really, as a festival. It's the new year, so it is celebratory. We all get together. We like people coming over. We like to get together in shul. There's a celebration element to it. But there's also a serious element to it because we call it the Day of Judgment, of course. And I think one thing it attests to is something maybe we felt over the last 18 months or so is the precariousness of life. I think we sense that this time of year, the sense that life is precarious. There's an unpredictability. There's a vulnerability of life. And for us, having sensed that, witnessed that over the last year and a half, for many that's difficult. It's hard to get through. I think one of the terms often I hear a lot in mental health talk is resilience. We need to have resilience. And often maybe we talk too much about resilience because maybe sometimes we're not resilient. Maybe sometimes we do break a little. And I think often that's referred to and symbolized in the way we blow the shofar. Think of the shofar beginning with the tekiah, which is a very together note. It's one longish blast of the shofar. And then we also blow another tekiah, but in the middle between those two tekiot, the 2 tekiah notes, we blow the shavarim teruah, or the teruah, or the shvarim. We blow a broken note. We move from togetherness, and sometimes we feel a sense of together, that we are building ourselves up as individuals. We can be strong in the world and relate to the world, and we can be relating without insecurity. And then things come along, times come along, periods of our life come along, when we do break, when we feel we don't have the resilience, when we are like the staccato teruah, where we're not together. And the hope is that we then move through that, and often we may need support for that. We might need family support. We might need intervention, counseling, therapeutic, whatever it is that gets us through to the next stage, of course, of feeling a bit more integrated, a bit more together. But remember, like we blow on Rosh Hashanah, there's a cycle that goes from the tekiah, the together, to the broken, and back to the together. And that's a cycle. That is the precariousness of life. For some, it might take longer to become together. But as the late dear Rabbi Sachs would often talk about, the concept of hope is very central to Judaism. The hope is there that we will move from that sense of precariousness and vulnerability that we experience in our life. We may have lost a loved one. We may go through a difficult time in our life, to being more together, to being more integrated again. And so I wish that to all of you. We've all gone through difficulties over the last 18 months. We've all had times of feeling a bit broken, a bit more in despair, a bit of fear, a bit of worry. And there will be times to come when we will also feel that possibly, or our children, our teenagers, our young children will reflect with some difficulty sometimes on what they've gone through. The hope is that we move and take that to reintegrate, to go back together for the next stage of our life. So wishing you all lots of love. It's an exciting period, as I've said, for our community, with lots of building going on, lots of renewal going on. We are a really special community with such potential, with such ability to help each other and to help those outside the community, to learn, to be passionate, to be inclusive. So wish you all a great year, a Shana Tova.